listen-only mode.
Okay, we'll call a meeting of the Middletown Community Development Agency for March 1st to order. Roll call.
Stefano.
Present.
Johnson.
Here.
Jean-Francois.
Here.
Green.
Here.
Kleiner.
Here.
Massey.
Here.
Ramsey.
Here.
Rodriguez. Tobin.
Here. Here.
Okay, prior to moving on to our regular meeting, we're going to request that the chairman of the Audit Committee open a meeting of the subcommittee or the Audit Committee to address issues in that. Is that you, Mr. Johnson?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'd like to call this meeting of the Audit Committee to order on March 1st, 2022 at 7:15. Would the secretary please call the roll?
Johnson.
Here.
Jean-Francois.
Here.
Kleiner.
Here.
Witt.
Here. Thank you very much. I'm going to present an action item to approve minutes. I'd seek a second. Jean-Francois, did you second? Thank you very much. Any discussion, corrections, or comments on the minutes? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed or abstain? Motion to accept the minutes carries. There is no old business. As you're well aware, you are in receipt of several documents, which we are eventually going to present as one action item. But prior to putting it on the floor, I'll take any elicitation of what we're talking about. Anybody who cares to comment, would that be you, Kelly? Would that be the commissioner?
Eileen, is the auditors on the line?
Yes, sorry about that. All right, Shannon, you just have to unmute yourself and you'll be able to speak to the committee.
Shannon from RBT will be presenting the audit for the CDA.
Thank you. Good evening.
Good evening, everybody. I know that time is short, so I'll keep this brief. Just to let everybody know that the audit opinion format has changed based on a new auditing standard. They have now put the opinion as the first section on the opinion letter, which is on page 1 of the financial statement, and the agency did receive a clean opinion. I'll just go into some brief highlights. Total assets increased about $172,000, and most of that as just an increase to cash. Current liability or non-current liabilities increased about $63,000, and that's just for funds due back to the city. So overall net position increased $76,903, which is the result of increased renovated property sales of $53,000 over last year for a total of $376,000, while expenses were decreased over the year from last year from $342,000 to $299,000. So last year was at a loss. This year is at a profit of the $76,903. There's no other major numbers to point out. The agency did not receive any deficiencies, and there were no compliance findings. Overall, the audit went very, very well this year.
Well, thank you very
So
much,
I'll
Shannon.
answer any questions if you guys have any.
Yeah, I'm going to put this on the floor for discussion before I present the motion. Going around the table as committee of the whole, I'll start with Jean-Francois. Any questions?
None.
Mr. Tobin?
No deficiencies is good.
Mr. Massey? Mr. Witt? Mr. Green? Mr. Kleiner?
No.
Alderwoman Ramkissoon?
Looks good.
Commissioner, anything else you want us to know?
I also want to mention with the audit is the Paris report and our annual report, and that will be included and submitted to the state. In your packet, you will find the Paris report and everything that pretty much mirrors what the audit, the numbers and the amount of properties that we've sold. In our annual report, maybe some of the highlights you'll see is regarding the sale of the property in 2021, the 2 properties, and actually the 3 properties and the one that was underway, 8 Talcott. So also all our operations and accomplishments are here in the annual report, and this will again all be submitted with the report and on our website for people to take a look at as well. And I want to thank Patty for all her work on this, and Kellyanne, thank you, and our auditors. it was also great working with RBT this year on the
Are there any
audit.
questions for the Commissioner? Hearing none, so it's our intent to present all 3 documents as one action item. And I will put it on the floor as follows. At a regular meeting of the City of Middletown Community Development Agency, the Audit Committee convened on Tuesday, March 1st, 2022 at 7:15 PM local time at Middletown City Hall in the Common Council Chambers. The following resolution was duly offered. A resolution to approve the 2021 audit, the annual report, and the Paris report, and advance it to the full board. I put it on the floor. I need a second. Alderman Jean-Francois, thank you very much. Are there any questions, comments, or wisecracks? Yes, Mr. Witt.
Thank you. To be transparent, I was not a member of this committee or this council during the period that was audited, but I am comfortable with approving it. Thank you.
Duly noted, and I would agree eligible to vote. Hearing no further discussion, all in favor of the resolution?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed or abstain? Okay, the committee moves that resolution forward. Thank you very much. And now I'd like to ask for a motion to conclude the audit committee meeting. Come on, help me out.
So moved.
Second. All in favor? Opposed or abstain? Done.
Okay, now you need to open a finance committee meeting.
Good thing I'm a Gemini, man. Okay, I'd like to call the Finance Committee meeting of the Community Development Agency to order. It's March 1st, 2022. It's 7:21. Would the secretary please call the roll?
Johnson,
Here.
Massey,
Here.
Mayor Kissoon,
Here.
Green.
Here.
Thank you very much. I'll put a motion on the floor for approval of minutes. I need a second.
Second.
Thank you very much. Any discussion, comments, corrections? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed or abstain? Thank you very much. The minutes are accepted. There is no old committee business. Under new business, we have 2 resolutions. The first one will be accepting of a bid. Commissioner Bruni, would you care to chat?
This bid was for 149A Wisner Avenue, the next house that we are doing for our home ownership program. And we would like to award the lowest responsible bid to E&A Contracting. Our rehab manager, Mike Zorchek, checked this out and made sure that it's in line. So we feel comfortable with E&A's bid for $170,250.
Thank you very much. I'm going to put the resolution on the floor, then open to discussion. Resolved that the City of Middletown Community Development Agency Finance Committee wishes to forward to the full board the bid from E&A Contracting for 149A Wisner for the sum of $170,250 as represented in the attached bid documents dated February 16th, 2022. The motion's on the floor. I'm seeking a second. Thank you, Alderwoman Ramkissoon. I appreciate that. Any questions, discussion, corrections, comments? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed or abstain? That resolution, FC 2022-1, is now approved and will go to the full council. Second resolution, Commissioner Bruni, what would you like us to know?
This resolution, we're looking for support for the CDA to borrow funds from the City of Middletown regarding the 149A Wisner Avenue project. We're looking to borrow $135,000 towards the rehab of 149A.
Okay, seems pretty clear. I'll put the motion on the floor. Resolved that the City of Middletown Community Development Agency Finance Committee wishes to forward to the full board the recommendations to borrow funds from the City of Middletown for 149A Wisner project in the amount of $135,000. It's on the floor. Thank you, Alderman Ramkissoon, for the second. Any questions, comments, corrections? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, that motion also carries, will be presented to the council. I'd like a motion to conclude the Finance Committee meeting.
So moved.
Thank you. And second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed or abstained? Thank you very much. Motion carries. Mr. Chairman, back to you.
Thank you. We'll resume the regular meeting of the CDA at 7:25 PM, Dr. Johnson. And we'll go back to the approval of minutes. Motion to approve the minutes of 2/23/22. All in favor? Aye. Treasurer's report?
Hello. Basically, There was a big transfer in from the savings account. And then we paid back the city of Middletown for 21 Pine, and then some other invoices. They did a drawdown of 35,000. So the savings account balance is $87,858. And they were able to pay down some of the debt to the city, so that is great. So they only owe the city $72,000 at this point.
Any questions on the treasurer's report? Motion to accept?
So moved.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Executive Director's report, is it something brief? Because we're going to run into the council meeting.
Basically, I did present the annual report and the Paris report during the committee meeting. If you guys have any questions regarding that report, or the auditor, I believe, is still on the line from RBT if you had any further questions for her.
None? Thank you for the audit report. And we'll move on to bills and communications. City of Middletown interest, $45.58. And Fusco Engineering for a survey of $1,200.
So moved.
Motion to pay the bills by Dr. Johnson, seconded by Alderwoman Ram Kasoon. Any questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
No old business, new business. We have three resolutions. First is to accept the audit annual report and the Paris report and authorize the submission to New York State. Motion by
So moved.
Alderwoman Ram Kasoon, seconded by Alderman Massey. Any questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Second is a resolution to accept the bid of E&A contracting for the 149A Wisner in the amount of $170,250.
So moved.
So moved by Dr. Johnson, seconded by
Second.
Alderman Green. Any questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
And the third is a resolution to approve a bridge loan for 149A Wisner from the City of Middletown to the CDA in the amount of $135,000.
Moved.
Motion by Alderman Massey,
Second.
seconded by Alderman Jean-Francois. Any questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? None. Motion to adjourn?
So moved.